Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
and you're watching Posers Must
Posers
Die!
must
Posers must
die.
die.
Hey, fellas, how we doing this week?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay. Well, all right. Hey, so Dylan and I went to a show this week uh, on, wh- Dylan, was that a Friday or Saturday?
Friday the 13th.
Oh, it was Friday the 13th. That's right.
Mhm.
Uh, we went and saw Oxygen Destroyer and support acts at the high watermark. This was a full evening of death metal, and yeah, so Casket Flesh opened, and they're really good. Dylan, what did you think of Casket Flesh? Was that your first time seeing them?
I I can't remember. I think I may have seen them before.
Okay,
Their their songs were giving me a little bit of deja vu. I think I may have seen them before. I may be mistaken. Nonetheless, they were great.
yeah.
Um, Real quick, just I bought one of their cassettes,
Ooh, it
and
plays
I,
cassettes.
I I I bought it first of all because they were great. I want to support them, and it's a split. But because it's fluorescent,
Well,
the
that's fun.
case, and I love that shit, and that looks really cool.
There you
So
go.
yeah, that was a good purchase for
Well, we
me.
like cool looking and sounding things. So, but yeah, so they have this split with In Mortui. Is that now? Is it live tracks from both of them? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's live at the Twilight on April 12th, 2024.
Cool.
Huh.
Oh, wait, I think I was at that show. That was so. That's cool because they were opening for. I think both those bands. I didn't see In Mortui. I was a little late, but they both opened for Jason's band, Old Machines.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, so that's cool. Um, and they have a show coming up in the new year. I don't have the date in front of me. Sorry, we'll update that in a future episode. Um, but I want to say January 25th, but at the also at the Twilight. But yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. We'll be trying to hit that up. Um, but yes, Casket Flesh are excellent. My friend Jesse is the front man, and Braden Boardman and John Chains we got on guitar and bass in that combo. And I don't know who plays the drums for them, so sorry. But yeah, they're great. It's totally old school death metal, very satisfying if you like that. Jason compared them to Cancer, which is a pretty good
Mm.
endorsement. Um, so yeah, pretty cool. And then there was Sun Eater, who I think they are a pretty new band, but they were really good. What did you think of them, Dylan?
Yeah, I did enjoy Sun Eater. I think I caught the latter half of their act, but I it was good. I approve.
Yeah,
Pretty good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I like them too. This is a show I was kind of in and out because we're visiting with friends, and
Same.
that happens a lot at the high water mark. But I did make sure that I caught at least part of everyone's set. Um, um, but yeah, no, they were cool. As were Contusion, who had a little bit of
Uh,
a oh,
yeah. What does Sunny or play? Like, what's their style?
I mean, I would say it's like death metal, but like with some old school black metal vibes in there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
there
I'd
was a
agree.
little bit of that going on there. Um, Sorry, I forgot you weren't there, so I should have described it a little better. I'm sorry, that sounded shitty and I didn't mean to. Oh God. Um, but yeah, Contusion were good. It kind of reminded me in some spots. It's kind of like a blend between like mid period Morbid Angel and like some Bolt Thrower action in there. So pretty solid old school death metal sounding.
nice.
Contusion
Mm.
were cool. And that's a really just kind of an off the cuff descriptor. Don't take that as like a one to one or like gospel. Um, uh, and then of course Oxygen Destroyer. Finally got to see Oxygen Destroyer, and they're really
Yeah.
good, really good. Uh, Again, it's nice to hear some death metal where it's like we're not where we're doing some of the high growls, you know what I mean, as opposed
Yep.
to low growls. I like that. I like it. It's like it just makes me think like yeah, early '90s when we're not married to the deep guttural. It's kind of like there's a
Yep.
lot more mid range in death metal voices or range period, and I like that. Um,
Yeah.
and they're great, and their theme is so cool. I was talking a while back how like I love Massacre, how the thing is like leading into this Lovecraftian horror thing, you know, um, and for these guys, it's the giant monsters, the kaiju thing. I think that's really cool. There's more than talking about blood and guts and murders or satanic shit in death metal. Like we can do other things, and I like bands that wait, why don't we make our stuff about this? And I just appreciate that a lot. I like some originality in a genre where it's kind of hard to find new ground,
Mhm.
But if you
Yeah.
got your own little spin or niche, I think that's really cool. So yeah, but it was a good night. It was a good night. It was a good show. So
Yeah.
yes,
Second time seeing Oxygen Destroyer.
yeah,
The first time I saw them, I don't think they had much merch.
mm,
But this time I got a patch, which I forgot to bring with me.
it's
But
okay.
I'm thankful I got a patch.
Yeah,
And yeah, they kicked ass.
they
I
did.
was very happy to see them. Just sitting there, kind of head bobbing, enjoying the
Hmm.
time.
Yeah,
Uh, they're great.
yeah. So yeah, all around a good show. Um, Good times, good times, and the place was packed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, really, like number one subgenre in the Portland scene is death metal, man. That's just no. I mean, just like that's the shows I
Yeah.
see with that are most well attended. Um, um, so there is that. But yeah, we got an album review to do. We are going to talk about this came out like 4 or 5 weeks ago. Mourning High's debut album, Luck of the Draw. Now this is a young thrash metal band. Uh, wow, they are very much students of classic Megadeth and Metallica. I'll say that,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
that's fine. But also, I think it's kind of like filtered through the lens of like the thrash revival guys that from like the mid aughts. Like there's definitely some Gamma Bomb and Evil or like bands like that. That kind of energy is present here as well. It's a fun group, and they are playing in Portland at the Polaris Hall this Sunday, December 22nd. I unfortunately peek behind the curtain. I've been off work. I've been on furlough from work, and so it opened up a lot of like days where I could attend shows where I normally couldn't. But that has ended abruptly, and I'm going back to work, so I won't be able to go. But I hope that you guys can go, and I encourage anyone in Portland to go. You want to see a thrash metal show, go. But Chase, Dylan, what do you guys think about this record?
First it was released November 15th from this year.
Okay,
The guys from Morning High are from Tempe, Arizona. Just wanted to get little things like that out.
thank you.
Oh yeah, certainly a huge Metallica Megadeth influence. Emphasis on the Megadeth. Um, but like I kept getting like party like Stone Creep almost kind of vibes off of them, like how it's just speedy and fun
Hmm.
Okay,
and and yeah, no, I have 99.9% good things to say about this album. The one thing I could say is that it ran a couple tracks too long,
yeah,
but other than that, yeah, in my opinion, sorry.
okay,
But
okay,
other than that, no, it was great. Uh, Royal Roulette and Counterintelligence are my two like go-to. Like, if
yeah.
you want to know what these guys are about, throw those on.
There you go. I want to mention they have a really sweet cover of the surf rock classic Miserlou,
Yeah.
which is just like okay, and like yeah, turns out surf and thrash, uh, that's actually
Hundred
a
percent.
blend that works pretty good. I mean, as
Hundred
if you
percent.
had, but also for a retro exhibit A, go check out MOD's EP Surfin' MOD. Uh, that is a fun, it's pretty silly, but it's a fun record. Dylan, what do you think, man? What are some thoughts, some highlights for you?
Yeah, I mean, uh, same shit. Heavy Megadeth vibes. I think that's on the account of the vocalist.
Yeah,
Sounds a lot
yeah,
like Dave Mustaine. And like, yeah, I wasn't hearing much Metallica. I don't know. Maybe I'm like, you know, my, screwed in the head. But
it's like
this was a
it's
great album.
yeah,
very, very, very fun. For me, my highlights were Twisted Steel Direct,
Yeah.
Charlemagne Counterintelligence, and that bitchin' cover of Miserlou. I love that fucking song.
Yeah.
And their final Morning High, you know,
Yeah.
their
Love a
song named after the band.
love a self-titled song. Love a self-titled song. I'm a sucker for that stuff.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of times those, and rightfully so, are like the mission statement song for the band.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so uh, um, I think that's great. Yeah, no, this is a very fun record, highly enjoyable. I mean, like, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Excuse me. But yeah, cool. Sounds like we all dug this. Why don't we slide on over to Chase's classic album? Want to introduce this,
Okay,
Chase?
we got today we got Celtic Frost's Morbid Tales, their debut EP, which was released in November, no specific day, looks like on here, 1984 on Noise Records, making
Yes.
this a 40-year-old album.
Yeah.
Black and thrash, whatever you want to jump into.
Yeah.
At any rate, classic and amazing.
Yeah.
All killer, no filter, except for that one part where it sounds like Tom G's kind of rubbing one out in the corner. That's one part of like.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So just one note. So the album Morbid Tales is a compilation of two EPs: the Morbid Tales EP from '84 and the Emperor's Return EP from '85. And we tend to just put those together and call it Morbid Tales. Um,
Yeah.
And that's okay. Sometimes bands do that. Like Morgoth did that. Their first two releases were EPs, and then like they came out as a compilation of the two EPs, and then there was their first full length. So whatever.
Right.
But yeah, Morbid Tales. I think of it like these two EPs. I think of it as the single album. So, but this is a great one. I mean, like Circle of the Tyrants. Into Crypts of Rays. Jesus. It's just banger after banger. Procreation of the Wicked, yes, of course. Yeah, Celtic Frost rules. I to this day I always forget that I saw Celtic Frost because I can't believe that I got to see them. They got back together in I think it was like 2005 or so, and I got to see them in 2006 or 7, and I was like, this is not gonna last. So I had to make sure I saw them when they came through, and they were awesome, great.
Yeah.
So definitely a highlight of my heavy metal career, getting to see them. But yeah, this album rules. Dylan, what do you think, man?
Yeah, this is a classic. I haven't heard this in a really long time.
Yeah.
So I appreciate Chase picking this because it was great to revisit it. The only thing that, like, I mean, I love every song on here, but the only one I don't like, and I think this is what you were talking about, Chase, is that Dance Macabre thing where it's just a guy, like, slapping a piano or something. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I have to just skip that.
Yeah.
Normally shit like that makes me laugh on an album when there's something like that, but I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
But, yeah, classic.
I think I have perhaps an explanation or something. I think it's kind of like foreshadowing some of the more experimental avant-garde things that Celtic Frost would do later. It's like, okay, sure, there's these two EPs and then two Megatherion, right? And those are just their thrash ones. And then, Into the Pandemonium is this really weird, artsy, experimental album. There's a lot of it's good stuff, but it's like not a thrash metal record,
Yeah, there you go.
And then there's of course Cold Lake, which Tom has disowned, and for what it is, it's okay. Honestly,
it's fine.
It is fine. It really is fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like he likes to think it's like the biggest mistake ever and disown it. It's like, but it was your idea. No one held a gun to your head and made you do a hair metal album. I think it's like revisionist history. You're like, no, what was I thinking? Because people hated it. But like clearly he was like trying to go in a commercial direction and it blew up in his face, and so he's kind of backpedaled on it. But then they did Vanity Nemesis, which has got like it's kind of a blend of like their thrashy stuff and their weird avant-garde things, you know. And then they had this like, and then there's like a compilation with like some rarities and other things, Parched with Thirst, I'm Dying. But yeah, Celtic Frost is kind of a band that's like, it's kind of hard to pin down or know what to expect from them from album to album. But I love this band, and this is a great record and an excellent choice, Chase. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's time for Dylan's Demolition.
Yes, sir. This week I have chosen Warhammer's Abattoir of Death demo from 1985. This is a death thrash.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, Shane Embury from Napalm Death plays drums on here. That was kind of wild.
Yeah.
I told you guys when you watch this to look at the comments because one of the band members commented and told a little bit of a story about what happened to this band, which I didn't write down because I'm a goofball. But this is some killer shit.
Yeah.
What did you guys think?
I really liked it. I forgot to check that comment and read that story, so I'm so sorry. But I thought this was great. I mean, you could have told me this was like from Brazil, and I would have believed you because that sweet death thrash sound. You know, the only thing that gives away that it's not is that like it has some decent production, and you can tell that their instruments are like, you know, tuned properly. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. But it has some of that energy, and like this rips, dude. I really dug this. It's like, you know, like obviously Shane went on to do great things in Napalm Death, but like, man, you know, and this is like a 20-minute or so demo. Like I kind of wish there was an album from this band. This is cool stuff.
Yeah. In an alternate universe.
Yes.
I was surprised to find out that the Abattoir of Death wasn't a slaughterhouse on Nostromo that Conrad Kurz drug his victims to and would just beat the shit out of them. Warhammer. It's a Warhammer, Nick. Sorry.
I'm like, what?
But no, it is bestial. It is blackened. It is brutal. I love it. And yeah, I thought it like if I didn't know any better, I also would have thought it was, you know, South American.
Yeah. But yeah, this rules. Like 420.
Blood on Satan's Claw. Good shit.
Oh yeah. Hey, I wonder if that's about the movie, The Blood on Satan's Claw. In fact, it has to be. It has to be. Like
it probably is.
Yeah. No, this is cool. 420 out of 69. It's great. Well, yeah, very good.
And that Halloween theme intro. That little metal kind of cover of Halloween. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that stuff. No, this is great. Excellent demo, man. Great pick. But yeah, I think it's time for Hardcore Hall of Fame. And this week I chose Verbal Abuse's album. Just an American Band from 1983. Another great American hardcore release. You know, obviously, you know, we know Slayer has covered several tracks from this from their Undisputed Attitude album. This is just great. I mean, just really blazing energy, super pissed off. It does have a bit of a bit of a sneer like an earlier punk thing, but not so much that it turned me off. I really like this though. What do you guys think, man?
That's pretty much what I thought. Is that it's like, yeah, it's got that sneer that I constantly sneer at, but it's an acceptable dose of it. And I can tell you that even if I didn't love Undisputed Attitude, you know, before listening to Just an American Band, I would still like Just an American Band. I can tell you that.
Oh, good.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Because he's like you said, just pissed off.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of punky hardcore shit I like. I like it when they're just pissed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't slow down. Just fucking go.
And you know, you may some may like the Slayer versions of some of these songs more, or something like this. I'll say this version of Disintegration smokes Slayer, man. Um, yeah.
Completely.
But yeah, what were some of the highlight tracks for you guys?
Well, honestly, they were the Undisputed Attitude covers.
Okay.
Better.
I like this song.
Free money.
Yeah, they did have a song, Bud, and it's kind of a spoof of American advertising. It's like, this Bud's for you, for all the things you do, right?
Here we are, yeah.
And I think that's perfect. Like, yes, we are skewering, a lot of American bullshit, right there. I like that a lot. So, but yeah, this is a terrific record. Verbal Abuse is great. Dave Lombardo from Slayer really said that he loved this band. He loved shit like this, like DRI and Attitude Adjustment and stuff like that, really fast hardcore punk stuff. That was really like the driving thing for him. So hey, if it's good enough for Dave Lombardo, it's good for me,
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Any other thoughts on this one, guys? Oh yeah.
I fucking love this. I've never heard this. I don't think I've ever heard the Slayer covers from this. Maybe I heard them years ago and I didn't know what the fuck I was listening to.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
whoopsie.
look those up now. But I was headbanging. This is exactly my kind of shit.
Yeah.
I love the vocals on here. And yeah, fast, aggressive, great hardcore. Love it. This is a lot of these songs are going in the my playlist, my big thick fucking playlist.
There you go.
That can't fit through the door.
Well, good. And you know what? I think that's so refreshing, and I think that's so good that you kind of didn't remember or hadn't heard the Slayer covers, so you're coming in totally without any bias, whether it's like overt or subconscious.
Yeah.
That's excellent, man. So good. I'm glad you enjoyed it on its own terms. And yeah, this is a great record. Honestly, I will take this over Undisputed Attitude anyway, which is a good album. It's a fun record. But a covers album is like always non-essential, But yeah, cool. Right on, guys. Glad we all enjoyed that. I think it's perfect time to segue to our song of the week. And I think that's going to be Dylan up first.
Yeah, I'll go first. My song of the week is Zombie by Cerebral Fix from their 1988 album Life Sucks and Then You Die.
Gosh.
I fucking love this album, but we're not going to get into that too much. I just want to say I love this fucking song. It's my favorite one on the album. I love the Dawn of the Dead intro.
Yeah.
That intro runs through my head all the time.
Yeah.
And I simply picked this song this week because I have been playing a lot of the video game Project Zomboid with a big group of friends. So I've been thinking about this song, and I've been thinking about that Dawn of the Dead cannibalism in the true sense of the word shit, and yeah, good song.
Okay. Yeah, I like this song. I'm not as familiar with this album. The Cerebral Fix one I had was their album Tower of Spite, which I think is their second record.
Yeah.
Very good, and I like this song. That was a good pick. I mean, hey, give me some grindy thrash metal. Oh dang.
Hell yeah.
And this is one of those kind of really unsung UK thrash bands.
Yes.
There we go.
But these guys are really cool. So yeah, Chase, what do you think of this song, man?
Yeah, man, grindy thrash. Feed it to me. Keep it coming. It also reminded. I mean, it made me watch Dawn of the Dead. The intro was like, okay, so that's what I'm watching. Listen to the rest of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a very it's a varied song. It's got highs and lows, and it's not a really long song, so it's like a nice little smorgasbord. It's like a smeared zombie corpse from one end of the driveway to the next.
Okay.
Over my brain.
Wow. Okay, that's quite an image you've conjured up there, Chase. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah. So it sounds like we all dug this right on. Yes, Cerebral Fix. Chase, what do we got?
Yo.
What do we for song of the week?
Okay, we got Anal and the Throck, Forward. It's off their 2018 release, A New Kind of Horror. And I dubbed it World War Grindcore, because, I mean, it is what it is.
Sure.
It's a song about World War One, about the horrors of World War One. Everything is simple as missing the people back home to just taking a shit with a paper, just being able to do the modern, the everyday modern amenities of the day. They're all gone.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there holding your rifle, and then your sergeant tells you, "Forget the fears. The gun's at your back. Scream forward, up and over." And you're there in no man's land. And this song, the song deserves a poppy of its own. And I love the heavy machine gun during the chorus, which is, according to the nerd in me, it's either a Vickers or a Lewis gun. Just throwing that one out there.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Dylan, why don't you go?
This was a really cool song. I really liked it. Now knowing that this is about World War One, I guess this doesn't quite fit, but I'm still going to shamelessly steal this comment I saw on the YouTube video where this guy said, "I'm in a band." "Oh yeah? What instrument do you play?" "AK-47."
That's pretty fun.
Fair.
I like that. That's fun. I didn't even realize this. I also didn't realize this was about World War One, which is one of my favorite periods in history to study. It's just a tragedy on a colossal scale. But I actually didn't really enjoy this. I musically this sort of doesn't do it for me. And I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but I'll segue this into kind of a long-running joke that I've had about Anal Nothrak. So if you'll indulge me, I always wondered if fans of this band, in anticipation of their performance at like a festival or something, have been chanting in the crowd, "Anal, anal, anal," so I know that's not how it's pronounced, but I wonder if somebody ever did that or if anybody did that to punk them. I don't know. Like, to me, that would be very funny,
It had to have happened at least once. I mean,
I know. Maybe that's why they broke up. Right? Because aren't they broken up now?
I think so.
Yeah. I could have swore I thought they had split, but yeah.
What about your song, Nick?
Oh, my song. Yeah, that's right. So I got a song. I chose from 1984. I chose 220 Volts, "Heavy Christmas." This was I love an original metal Christmas song, not like metal versions of carols, but original. And this one is really a load of fun. It's really high spirits. It's like this is it kicks ass, but it's also your mom might like it, because it's fun, My
mom would like this, guaranteed.
And no, but it's really positive, without being sappy. You know what I mean? Like it's just fun.
Yeah.
And no, I think this album is really fun. 220 Volt are from Sweden. And I don't know what I didn't have anything else like to go along with that. But did you guys like this? What did you guys think of this song?
I fucking loved it. We listened to it on the way to see Exodus, so I
That's
already
right.
heard it a couple times. But oh god, it is a rager. It is. I mean, it's a Christmas song, but it's got Skid Row energy.
The band?
Like that kind of
The band Skid Row?
Yes, the band, not the place. It's got like a hyped up kind of chuggy.
Oh,
feel to it.
like 18, not 18, like a Youth Gone Wild kind of energy.
Yeah, sure. There you
like
go.
that song. Okay, I get what you're saying, because it is sort of like there's some like building, powerful, like uplifty kind of shit in it. But it's a banger of a song. It really is cool. I was not expecting a Skid Row comparison. Sorry, that threw me off. But
it's all good.
It is all good. I was just, you threw me, but it's okay. Yeah, no, great song. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad you guys liked it too.
Yeah, I would have thought these guys are American. That's surprising to me that they're from Sweden.
Yeah.
Uh, this sounds like some traditional American heavy metal.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, very very fun song. Hey, I found a Christmas song I like.
Yeah. There you go. Um, I've got a whole playlist of like, not carols metal Christmas songs. It's pretty good playlist.
Cool, cool.
Um, but it's not tons of songs, but it's some songs,
Yeah.
Um, but right on, cool. So I guess we just got some upcoming shows to plug, and that's cool. Why don't we hit that? This very Sunday, Morning High, who we just talked about earlier in the episode, will be playing at the Polaris Hall with Alaskan hard rockers Wayward Shot, and that should be a fun time. Um, yes. So go. I know it's a Sunday night, but if you are dedicated to the cause of metal and you're not old like me and you can handle that, uh, you know, uh, whether you have to work or not, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, hit that up. This is a cool up and coming band, and this is I think it's their first visit to Portland because I don't know they've really done much touring. So yeah, it's an opportunity for you to say you saw them when. So um, and then next Friday, the 27th, Hog are going to be playing at the world famous Kenton Club with Magenta and Time Rift. This is going to be uh, an evening of stonery rock and heavy metal, fuzz toned, acid rocky coolness. Um, no, this should be a cool time. I'm not sure if I can. I'm not now that I'm back to work. I don't know what's up now. I don't know. We'll see where my energy's at. But yeah, that should be a good time. Hog is awesome, and I do recommend taking opportunity to see them if you do get a chance. Um, but yes, and then the following evening at Dante's, Atomic Terror will be opening for Blistered Earth, the ultimate Metallica experience. I would think seeing Metallica themselves would be the ultimate Metallica experience, but what do I know? But this tribute act, they go around, and anyway, Atomic Terror will be opening with also Viral Tyrant, who I think are a doom metal outfit, will also be on the bill. And that there
I will
are
be at this show.
You're going to be at this show, and I
Yes,
also
sir.
am going to be at this show. So we are going to be seeing that. There are worse ways to spend $15 and an evening than to see at least two thrash metal bands, and that's not sucky. Chase, did you have something? Oh, you were just gonna drink a fluid.
Yeah,
That's fine.
right.
Cool. Cool. And then fast forward a few days later, New Year's Eve, Stainless, alongside Hadean and Los Angeles traditional metalers Saber will be playing at the Hawthorne Hideaway. It's only going to be 12 American dollars, and this is going to be great. I will be there for sure, and it's going to be a really good time. And Saber are going to be hanging in Portland for a few days. They have another gig on January 3rd uh, at the Shanghai Tunnel with this time with Silver Talon and our good pals Manthus. And Saber are playing two entirely different sets one between these two evenings. So you don't want to miss either of these shows. These are going to be two great nights of old school heavy metal. Going to be a lot of fun. I want to plug also one more show. It's going to be down in Eugene at the Wow Hall, but if you don't mind, the Metal for Meals benefit show. This is for hungry folks. Atomic Terror with a bunch of other bands like New World Sinner, Gamma Knife, Pitch Black Mass, and a band the print is too small for me to read their name.
Against the Raging Tide.
There you go. Thank you, Dylan. So yes, that's going to be 5 bands for like $10 down in Eugene, and that should be
$15 at the door, $10 at the door, with a donation of 3 non-perishable foods.
yes. Thank you for correcting me, Dylan. Appreciate that. But yeah, that should be a cool time. Um,
I am interested in this. I think
yeah.
I might go to this,
Oh, that's awesome,
and it's
dude.
for a good cause.
Right on. And hey,
Right on, man. Yeah.
it's only an hour away for you, so why not? Um, uh, so right on. Yeah, but that should be a cool time. Uh, see some heavy metal down in Eugene, and help some needy folks out. That's excellent. I think that's about all we've got for today. Chase, why don't you hit us with our sign off, man?
All right. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and die, my darling.
Don't utter a
I'll have a better
single
one next
word.
week.
All right. Thanks, guys.